Moving on here, a Clayton County assistant district attorney, I should say, is now barred from practicing law before the state Supreme Court for 6 months.
This all comes after she admitted to using artificial intelligence to write a court brief, but the computer cited fake cases. Atlanta News First reporter Chelsea Bimefor is live at the Supreme Court of Georgia. And Chelsea, this actually sets a new precedent for AI in our legal system.
Yeah, guys, it's a warning from the state's highest court that AI-assisted writing is allowed, but fake citations are not. A reminder that everything needs to be independently verified, and this mistake could ultimately lead to a convicted murderer getting a chance at another trial.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty.
In 2023, a Clayton County jury convicted Hannah Payne of murdering Kenneth Herring. Prosecutors said Payne witnessed a traffic accident she wasn't even involved in, then followed Herring when he tried to leave the scene and eventually shot him.
We cannot have confidence in this verdict, and I respectfully request a new trial.
Almost 3 years later, Payne and her legal team are appealing that conviction, arguing her trial counsel failed to seek a jury instruction on citizen's arrest. When that appeal made it to the state Supreme Court, Chief Justice Nels Peterson noticed something wrong with the prosecutor's brief.
There are at least 5 citations to cases that don't exist.
Clayton County Assistant District Attorney Deborah Leslie admits she used artificial intelligence to help compose her argument against Payne getting a new trial. But the computer cited made-up cases in her argument. She said the errors were not intentional.
I did prepare an order. That order was revised.
Atlanta attorney Joshua Schiffer, who is not tied to the case, says the Georgia Supreme Court's opinion sends a message not only to attorneys but judges across the state about the use of AI moving forward.
It's not just the district attorney's office who has egg on their face. It's also the Superior Court of Clayton County for signing an order that obviously no one had ever read and checked up on. How the legal community deals with AI, that's an unknown. It's obvious that there's immense savings and efficiencies created by the appropriate use of AI, but allowing AI to just move forward unchecked results in disaster because the technology is nowhere close to perfect.
So now Payne's case returns to the lower court, where the Clayton County DA's office will need to write a new and factual argument before the state Supreme Court could hear Payne's appeal. We did reach out to the Clayton DA's office today and Hannah Payne's new attorney for comment, and so far have not heard back. Reporting live from the Georgia Supreme Court, Chelsea Bimefor, Atlanta News First.